Lee, you have a lot of experience working with children who have come out of a family where they experienced a really acrimonious divorce. And what are the types of things that you see when that happens?
You know, very often children tend to blame themselves for the common issues associated with mom and dad while they're divorcing. It's very typical for them to feel as if they don't really have a voice in the process.
Right.
And I think as they come into a slightly more developmental progression, then they reflect on those issues and they start to personalize it.
Right.
These things are typically seen in school performance, peer interactions, anxiety and depression, of course, are common associates of that for children.
And do parents necessarily realize while they're going through a divorce that this is all happening to their children?
Well, not necessarily, because I think sometimes the parents get very focused on the process of the legal separation. And very often in traditional litigation, when you have a lawyer that's representing either party, at least in my experience, they're being directed and guided to act appropriately. And sometimes, even though it's not the intention of the legal advice, that really comes at the expense of the child.
Sure. So how does working collaboratively help the children in a divorcing family?
Well, the concept of collaborative is really to, again, assist the child in developing more of a personal voice and then addressing some of those core issues that the children are struggling with, specifically to the parents. So you're trying to act more as a communicative bridge between that of the child, depending on their age, and their parents, so that both parents and child can work through what is already a very difficult process. And when they come out on the other end, everybody is feeling better about the level of communication that went on during the process, which can then hopefully assist with better adjustment.
And I'm sure you've seen, I know I've seen, mom works on the child to kind of gain the child as their ally and, hits the child maybe against dad or vice versa in the situation, and they can't separate their emotions that they're going through with their soon-to-be ex-spouse from what's going on with the children.
Well, when the parents in the concept of collaborate have an opportunity to work with a divorce coach, which is an opportunity for them to really pursue some of their own emotional hurdles, they then in turn feel much better about the idea of trying to put some of those core issues aside because they're getting emotional support from a professional to then focus on the best interests of the child.
Right, and that's really, really what is important in a situation where you have children involved.
It is.